Mr. Irontrader. This is the last call of the day. We're going to take a look here at Bitcoin, which is ripping up nicely. Gold, silver, crude oil, natural gas. And we'll take a look at the indexes, which are moving up here pretty nice. Okay, at the end of the video, the support and resistance levels are posted for crude and natural gas, along with the EIA report for natural gas. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy or sell a stock market ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have your Bitcoin daily and your weekly chart. Now, I did some trend lines here. Okay, so I want you to write down these numbers. Bitcoin, your next target is going to be, if we can get one path, is going to be 118,717. And then above that, we got 121,615. Okay, that's going to be on Bitcoin. Now, it needs to hold 113,154. That would be pretty awesome for this to take it much, much higher. Now, you can see here Bitcoin, how she's just breaking right on out here. So I said, well, if we're going to go to that 113 level. And I said 115, 116. But now we got 118 level and we got 121 level that we can take it to. Now, you look at the RSI. Oh, plenty room to run. Green over your red, looking very, very bullish. I'm long the BITX, looking very, very good. I added to my position today. Okay, now, on the downside, we want to hold this key level here, okay? This 112,590, then we'll come over here, top of this candle at 112,345 level. Then we come over here to the top of this candle here, you're looking at 111,220. And then what we'll do is we're gonna be looking down here at the top of this candle here, you're looking at 110,265. And then we're gonna be looking for this 8-day at 109,678. And then right below, we have that 21-day. But now you can see how that 8-day crossed over, very, very bullish. And I've been pointing out here, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. When she cracks, she's going to crack. Inverse head and shoulders pattern. Moving up nicely. So let's go see how this all finishes up. But right now, I said we were looking at that 113, 154 level. Your next level is going to be 118, 717. And then 121, 615. That's what we're headed for the old upside. Okay. Now, you can see here on the weekly, we got a little, we're staying here above this 8-day very, very nicely. And now we are above this price channel here so far today at 112,345. We got to see how this all closes, but plenty room to run on both of these charts here. Okay, so here's the weekly. Now we're getting to that kind of like an overbought, but you got plenty of room here to run. Look how much we ran all the way up to here, all the way to the top, nicely. Now your green is over your red, looking very, very strong. And this Bitcoin looks like it just wants to go higher. So any kind of a pullback here is a buying opportunity, I think, for the old Bitcoin. I trade the BITX, working very, very good. I also trade the IBIT. That's also looking very, very nicely here on the Bitcoin. Okay, let's take a look here now at gold and silvers. All right, here we have gold, here we have silver. Okay, now, even though with the tariffs here, it doesn't really seem to be affecting the market. I think they're saying, yeah, whatever. We have an inverse head and shoulders pattern. So your left shoulder, your head, and your right shoulder. And now we're trying to move it on up here, but look at this 8-day. See where you went popped above it, but you got to close above it. 33.34, very, very key. Next level is going to be 33.58. That's going to be very, very key on the upside, because look at this 21-day. Got to respect it. Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. And look how many days we hit it, and we couldn't get through. Okay, if we can get through that 21-day, then we'll be looking right here, top of this candle, 33.76. Then we can venture up here at that 34.13. We have 34.22, 34.27. We come up here at 34.68, and then your retest at 34.76. I have no position unless we get a close above that 21-day. Then I'll jump into GLD and I'll take it up to at least to that 34.76. And then we got to see how far, this can go. Does it go through there, or does it double top? Does it go sideways action? If it goes above it, then your next target is going to be right there, 35.09. 47, you can go either way here. We've got kind of a sideways action, and that's pretty much what we have here on the old chart. Now, silver, while we're getting a little bit of juice here now on the silver. Okay, so we got high, made a little bit new higher there, high today at 37.51 level. Okay, but right now what we're sitting at, you're sitting at 37.34. You have to close, back above the top of this candle here at 37.43. Okay, so we still have this sideways action, but look how nice that is holding that 21-day. Held it, held it, held it. And even these little red candles held it. And look at today, green candle, wiped right out and came right on up. This is what you got to do, is you got to close above that 37.43. Then we hit that 37.51 again. And then we hit to that 38 mark and then possibly up to the 40 mark here. But silver is looking very, very bullish, a little bit better than what the old gold was doing. But gold had a tremendous, tremendous run here. Look at that. Nice, nice. Now, RSI here, plenty of room to run. Green is still below your red here, but again, we got to get and close above this key level here, this 37.43. You can't just pop and drop. You got to get above it. Then we can take this bad boy higher. I have no position right now. I'm waiting for it to close above 37.43. Then I jump in the SLV and we take that bad boy higher. Okay, let's take a look here at crude and Natgas. Okay, here we have crude, here we have natural gas. Now we take a look at crude oil, okay? You can see here, we had this inverse head and shoulders pattern. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, ran right on up here into the 200-day. This here was all that war premium, okay? That's what we had there. We had about $9-10 worth of that. Came right on down here, and then we're moving up here very nice. But you notice that's just 200-day. Okay, look how strong that 68.41 is it. Okay, so this day we went right into it, couldn't make it. This day we popped up, couldn't close above, popped up, couldn't close above, and look at today in there, and now we got a big ass red candle. Okay, so that is going to be very, very critical. A close above that 68.41, that is going to be very key. But now you're below that 200-day, that 21-day, and your 8 days, which is not looking very good because we got like what they call a tweezer top going here. So we got to see how this is going to shake out. So on the upside, watch that 8-day, 67.02. That's 68.15. And then right there, your 21-day at 68.41. We get above that, then we have a target right here at 68.94. We come to the bottom of this candle here, you're looking at 69.56 level. Okay, right now here on the downside, well, you want to watch today's low, 67.49 level. We're coming right on off here. But realistically, we're looking for this 65.43. That's the 100-day. And then we have to see what the reaction is going to be. Now, you can see here how it went up here. We held that. We held the 100-day here. So we got to see that could be a nice hold right there, 65.43. We lose that. You're going to come right there to 64.20. That's going to be the key level. Now, we start losing all this area here. We're going to be starting coming right down here, 62.50 level. We come here, 62.17, and we come down 61.06, and then we'll be looking right here, 59.74 level. And look at here, we can come all the way down there at that 57.74, and all the way down here at that 55.30. But again, we got hurricane season coming up here, any kind of a disruption will take crude higher, any kind of a war, anything like on that order, will take this bad boy higher. But again, right now, today was a really good short. I jumped into the SCO. That was a really good trade, and I'm still hanging on to it, and I got a stop loss on SCO at 17.20, and we'll see how this all shakes out, okay? Now, well, you didn't really quite make it. You got 49. We're kind of sitting here. You're not overbought. You're not oversold. Same way here. We got just a sideways action. But we had a good uptrending chart. But again, once you start losing that 200-day, that 21-day, and that 8-day, well, we got to start looking for the 100-day and possibly that 50-day. Now, Natgas was a really good trade, okay? Because today I scalped the UNG. That was a really good trade there, okay? So on UNG, it got as low as 14.47, high as 14.87, but I got 30 cents out of it today, so that's all I need to do, and that was on 5,000 shares. That's good just for natural gas alone, okay? Now, if I didn't trade, 5-7 other things, then I'd say, well, okay, that's not that great. But when you're trading everything, you're making money on that. That works out really good. Now, we made this a low today of 3.19. Where we're trading against was that 3.149, was basically 3.5. Okay, we lose that, you're going to go to 310, 305, 298, and then 286. Okay, but that's not what it did. It ran up, and it ran up a little higher. Yesterday we had a high at 3.35. Today we went to 3.358. Yesterday 3.359. So we still have an inside day. So we got to see how this is all going to shake out here. Now, again, this is a bearish chart. Okay, we had a topping tail. Now we had a series of lower highs. Okay, and lower lows all the way down. Just because you have one day. Okay, just look at the chart here. One day green, and then we have red. Green and then red. Green and then red. Green and then a red. Okay, so let's just see how this all shakes out. But right now, you have to get a back above this 383. That's an 8-day, and that's very, very strong. As you can see, look at here. See? All the way on down. Okay, so that's going to be strong resistance. You get above that 8-day, then we have all your resistance, 342. Okay, we have your 50-day at 353, and then we have your 21-day sitting there at 355, and then we can rally all the way up here to that 369 level. okay? But right now, you got to watch that 8-day because she's right on a downswing. So we got to see if that could actually break through that. But this was a good day trade. But when you look at the chart is bearish chart here, but, okay, it's a good trading chart because now we got to see where you're going to go if we can get above that 8-day, okay? Right now, I have no position. I just took my money and got the hell out of there. That's somebody else's problem, okay? When you look at the big picture here, we still have a low, higher low, and a higher low situation here. But again, we still have this is a downtrending chart. So this is a bearish chart until we can close back above that 8-day. So always remember that. You got to get above that 8-day. Then we can start hitting your 200-day, 50-day, 21-day, and 100-day. But right now, we got to see how this is all going to shake out here at the futures at 6 p.m. and see what happens tomorrow. Okay, let's take a look here now at the indexes. Okay, here we have the Dow, the S&P, and the NAS. Okay, she is riding high again. Okay, so you can see where it came down here. This is why you trade the charts. Look how nice that 8-day held. Okay, so that's what you're watching on the downside is 44,469. Very, very key. The upside, all you got to do is just click on that price channel, 44,885. That's what we're looking for there on the upside on the Dow. Now we can get some sideways action. This is summer, so you don't have that big volume. You don't have that thing. So this could be like a sideways to up kind of action. It's just melting right on up here. It just refuses to sell kind of situation. So again, you got to get in. NVIDIA was a really good trade today. Okay, so I'm in the NVIDIA. Tesla was a really good trade there today. Google was actually an okay trade day today. Goldman Sachs. That was a really good trade. So there's a lot of stuff out there. And then my favorite is that Bitcoin, that BITX, man. That thing just kicks ass. Okay, so that's what we got to do here on the upside. So you watch that 44,855. And then on the downside, we're watching that 8-day. We lose that 8-day. You can probably come down to the 21-day. You have your 200-day here, and we have a gap and a fill. Okay, now let's take a look at the S&P. Now, the S&P here, we're sitting there. We're breaking right above that at that 62.89 here. We got to make a little bit higher high. 62.84 is what we're looking for. But look how nice it came right down. Held that 8-day. Okay, see that? She's a beaut, Clark. Look at that. So this is what you're watching on the downside. 62.39. You lose that, you're going to come down 61.18. We have this gap, this fill. Then we have that 50-day, 200-day, and Hondo right there. Okay. Now, look at there. Okay, yeah, you have a lot of strength here, but this also have a very good overbought condition here. So just be very, very careful. You stops, man. That's all you got to do. Now, okay, so we made a higher high today, 20,653 level. Okay, we're looking at 20,645, so we popped up a little bit above it. Again, look at this 8-day, how nice it's been holding that. Beautiful, okay? You lose that 8-day, we got the 21-day, gap, fill, 50-day, 200-day, 100-day, same shit on every chart. Is all the same, okay? So just depends on what you like to trade. I like the NASDAQ. I think AI and I think the tech, all that situation is going higher, much, much higher over time. We could get a pullback here, which would be really, really nice. But look at this here, okay? It's showing that you have massive strength. Don't get me wrong, okay? But every time you get at the top here, I'd rather be at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Kind of a situation like this. See this? At the bottom, you have nowhere to go but up. When you're at the top here, well, you can go sideways, but you have nowhere to go but maybe down, okay? But again, we trade her sideways, okay, until there's no trade there. So all you got to do is watch that 8-day. We lose that, we go to the catch-all 21. Same thing here, boom. Same thing here, boom. Charts all the same. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here tomorrow morning. Tomorrow's old Friday already, and we'll do it all over again. Trade what's in front of you, not what you want.
Thank you.